entertainment aba wadwuma no eho eni ti hwehwe Fly TV ye wo kofu
Kwame Addo Ghana de nyina aha ebrason se omaimu nsema awie yensa kana osemufo asinkunya asem krojen ye kan ni nyina se kasebo e Fly TV ene Fly FM so edi ema o kasebo yi etwagu e wa be fontain tane so uko YouTube Fly TV GH kasebo no etwagu e ho adehia omo TikTok etie kasebo yi e Fly FM Ghana e TikTok Facebook Fly Multimedia kasebo yi etwagu okwa obenya bi atie na awie ensema hodo a obati bi ene se Ghana Mampanye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edi atu edwase enche kura PTA obesan ahwe se tumi a enkane no mo no ebesan akomo nsemu ebio e won nsem foforo mu no Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association edi atu edwase oyekira amde hya ase ebe na fua na otwimienu ni ene dey omde ni nyina enso abano awieye na ukokwawu praso a abeto edwase endi abofrakuma ono nso etwe BC nso hwe bi wato nanom ewo ense do ya osofo a ohwe efisem bambo so edato edwase enche abrekuma not abato ho nsensem no bibia bekoje na fi omanya kwan declare the win ye enso ewo ekonomo wei ene ensema hodo bi ena wiei ere nso mo sekasebo ewo Fly TV ene Fly FM so empanyimfo se aboso ene ma ojapan kasebo no masita eye Macheden International School dia osimen kan cho se ajapade a odi jabofra na uwachi obi njim firi nsem eye nwomasuya ne santi pawfra ne bai na omachi entity Macheden so Craig kindergarten nursery primary and junior high school assembly se omo acheche for mabin ewa de kire ne edition bambo ho nsem Macheden International School atutunishi ere bambo ho nsem aguni na so 0592500593 0592500593 Macheden as a dream believe and become school actually kwai kwafu krum okanta school junction na oni Macheden International School ND Nkomo the general semen country say awie obeto data bundle na odi aye adwuma the general enterprise na no Yesu Kristo ka kire suafo ne say obi nkwa agyanchen ade se onam so na ene the general say o pay data bundle ato na odi adi dwuma say Facebook TikTok WhatsApp and say YouTube baby ba ko pe na ye kwato na the general enterprise ne say free general 0597 239862 0597239862 na oni general ND Nkomo Macheden natural mineral water service adwen ho akofan sukrojen edi aba edwaso asem de ne se enso na de eni senti ye pe distributors on betu nso na ton na onso wonya emfaso agubuto ebia wawie school utifie unya adwuma nye ya kutubi to na nyamfaso ebia wonso o store na wabie enso na egumu no atofo no to na omo kase sanse ne de no ewofom Macheden natural mineral water supply na onso betubi to na nya emfaso na ye tene se obe from 0538461144 0205225477 Fly TV semen control say wawie media school na ope bi attachment to American for ne chiremu Fly TV akachi osi ufura chichiri ne abenche na eba endandwen isanse ode hye bebre na aguakwam a obenya baabia da na wasoma dwo na watimi asuade eno achi oye osofo oye herbalist ope bi na okodi udwuma Fly TV na wiei we kanfo ediamo isanse nhye no edafo mboko sesebe abrewa nante ne santi prepanyi kwantrefo no 0249241301 0249241301 na oni Fly TV for ND Nkomo wi abusia enyuma kuyada roma ene se ewie kasebo no jede besombo na badewe ka eyeme nana Kwame Addo afi kasebo no enchechemu eni Ghana Mampanye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eda tu edwase enchekura Parents Teachers Association which PTA ebesan ababio na eba ma no fenefo na mmom no ebegyina so na anya hodin ayɛ adwuma sɛdeɛ bɛboa na adekyerɛ ne adusuan so bɛfa no ntoma pafra ɔman kronkron Ghana emu na ɔmampanyin de nsɛm ɛkɔto dwabra ɛndeɛ mpanyimfo ahodoɔ mo da Ghana National Association of Teachers nata no ɛkɔ abankɛseɛ mu ne ɔmampanyin ɛkɔdi nhyiamu na ɛno akyi no ɛna ɔmampanyin His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ɛde to ɔmanim sɛ adeɛ baako a ɛsɛ ɔman no ɛhwɛ ne yɛde kɔ ho no sɛ PTA ɔman biara ɛna ne suagye ho sɛ daakye ne nwomasua ɛbɛpagya na akɔ soro no agye sɛ PTA no ɔman ni ɛkɔ ho ne sɛnti ɛna ɔde to adwa sɛ ɛnkyɛ PTA tumi a ɛnkane na ɔmowɔ no ɔbɛsan ɛde ama ɔmo bio na abɛboa paa ama nwomasua ne adekyerɛ afa no ntoma pa afira na ɔmampanyin sɛ ɛsiane sɛ n'ani kɔ nwomasua ho na akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ ɛyɛ nkurɔfoɔ bi a ɔmoda n'akoma so nti sɛ wɔayɛ nhyehyɛeɛ sɛ sukuu biara a aban no ebesi no obɛmaki sure sɛ baabi a akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ bɛnya de ɔmo ti ato a yɛfrɛ sɛ teachers bungalow ɛno nso ɛka ho bi na aboa ama adekyerɛ ne adesua afa no ntoma pa afira ɛwɔ man kronkron Ghana mu na abrɛ ɔmampanyin ɛrekasa ɛwɔ nhyiamu no ase no sei ɛna Ghana mampanyin His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ɛkyerɛkyerɛ ne nsɛm no emu.
It's easier for the education service to supervise and monitor schools at the district level than for us to try and do it from the center. And so that's one of the issues we'll be taking up with you. And then also issues to do with community and PTA participation in the management of schools. The trend everywhere in the world is to give communities a say in how their schools are run. And that's why
YFMGH.
Scandalized when PTAs were virtually shoved aside and not allowed to be
You are listening to Fly FM.
especially at the secondary level. And so I believe that PTA participation must be fully restored so that they work with teachers and the administration of the schools.
Any Ghana mampanyin His Excellency John ɛnɛde nsɛmi ɛnso ɛto edwa na ɛno akyi ɛna panyin baako a ɔno nso ɛkɔ dwumadi no ase bi ɛyɛ onumonyamfo Kwame Addo na ɔno nso ɛkasa bi ɔno ɔyɛ chairman ɛde ma Teachers Fund Investment Committee ɛwɔ NAT na ɔno nso ɛkasa bi ɛna ɔde to edwa sɛ ɔbɛsrɛ sɛ esi aba ɔman kronkron Ghana mu hɔ a nipa baako a ɔbɛtumi ɛde ɔman no akɔ n'anim akɔbɔ hyɛ asase no so ɛyɛ Ghana mampanyin His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne sɛnti Ghanafoɔ nyinaa ɛmfa ɔmo support ɛnta ɔmampanyin akyi san sɛ ɔno nko na bɛtumi aboa na baabi a ɔman kronkron Ghana yɛpɛ sɛ yɛkɔ no yɛtumi aduru.
Teaching job, one of the best jobs you can have is being a teacher. Here, we tend to underpay our teachers. But with you as a listening president,
Your loved one station. Fly FMGH.
With this president, if he tells you he's going to do something, he will do it. Somebody told them he was going to give them 10,000 house, they got zero. And I told them this is a listening president. And Mr. President, as I've told you before, of the 36 million Ghanaians alive, you are the only one who can return Ghana for us. And I've been talking to the other people on the other side when I put on my political hat that all of us have to make sure democracy works and support you. Because if you
Your
fail,
loved one
this is a
station.
historic opportunity.
Fly FMGH.
You are the right person. You don't need the voters. You don't need your party. Do the best for Ghana and leave a legacy for us.
Wie ɛne ɛyɛ onumonyamfo Kwame Pianim ɔyɛ chairman ɛma Teachers Fund Investment na nokrakra mu no ɛna ɔde to ne mpanyimfo no anim sɛ ɔbɛsra da sɛ obi anhwɛ na ɔmo diusa ɛnde busumi bia no ɔmo tua no obi anhwɛ na ɔno nso entua na de sanse mpanyimfo sɛ kwan kyɛn adeɛ fa yɛde sika ɛna ɛyɛ na ɔmo hyehyɛ no nyina betumi akɔ anim agye sɛ akyerɛkyerɛfo nkabom kuo no obi ahwɛ na ne diusa sɛ otua no busumi so a ɔnhwɛ na
Download
ontua.
Fly FMGH application and enjoy good music.
Union that we have in this country. And I came with them just to be able to tell you that there's even heaven helps those who help themselves. They give loans to themselves. If you are driving on Independence Avenue, you see teacher site. We started by each teacher contributing once a month and with 200,000 people, about 200,000. And now, if the economy of Ghana had behaved properly and the city was stable, the teachers fund would now be worth $2 billion. And now I think they say it's about 4 billion Ghana cedis. Every month
We
they are
love it.
contributing.
Fly
And
FMGH.
occasionally they will need support. For example, for the housing that they are talking about, and I'm grateful that you said every new school build that is built, if there is land around, the teachers using their GF properties can build the housing around it for their teachers and collect rent from it. And when they retire also, we want our teachers to retire into their homes. So at the district level and the countryside, if government can use its powers to acquire land for them as part of build.
Yeah, any chairman Edema Teachers Fund Investment Committee, National Ghana National Association of Teachers, NAT, Onumunyam for Kwame Piani, and a T and Sembi to a job. Na Shebe Jamu and Assembly Sebi Ekoso, or Abra Naibisa or Swafa, or no efficient bambo and Samsu Onumunyam for Muntaka Muhammad, or Yam Rashid Emma Dishamoa Asanwase, Abaton Persuasion in Asante Mantem no Emo. Na domkuma no ene bisa se da ben ena abrekuma not enso benya mrahye bedwane san se ye to aba o December bosom ne de to sonson ebesi enei enya de se abrekuma not abato ho nsensem no yetimi ehuni puma sibra omo besi enei enya de se omo mrahye bedwane na enui ena onimonyamfo muntaka esori na ode to dwase Mr Speaker de atie nyina no se sesi an sa asem no ewo Supreme Court a sesi no omo twen na Supreme Court enso de ne verdict ebeba ansakura na omonso atime nya kwan akọ kenkan abato no na omatimi declare the dinkunim ewo abrekuma not abato no emu na olumunyamfo muntaka ekasa na o kire se no asem ewo Supreme Court a omonya de so betimi etwa Supreme Court nanim na fi omakon kenkan abano until say Supreme Court a omonna ye court batan e my Ghana mu ebe won omokonya ana se be ka che om se afedi ekwan mu da ho so betimi ayenya de se adwuma di no ebetimi abaso na eno na o kire se ne the post for any election task force bibia ready mu nyina asisi mu nti se ne yakoda sorry na o kire Supreme Court ekase o se die ekwan mu da ho mko kenkan na abrekuma not mu declare the din kunima omo aye krado na omo asisi mu ho se dwuma di no eno nso ebebaso.
Keep locked on. Keep locked on. Fly FM.
Parliamentary election results. The National Election Security Task Force convened a stakeholder meeting with the Electoral Commission where it was agreed that the task force will meet both the National Democratic Congress (NDC) and the New Patriotic Party (NDC) before the proposed date for completion of the collation. Mr. Speaker, during the meeting with the National Democratic Congress (NDC), the task force was informed that there is a pending suit bordering on the collation at the Supreme Court. The task force was subsequently served with a motion paper that had been filed at the Supreme Court.
You'll love one station. Fly FMGH.
At the registry of the Supreme Court by the legal directorate of the Ghana Police Service confirmed the pending suit.
Any oswafo a ohye efisem bambo ensem so onimonyamfo muntaka Muhammad mrashibetwani emadishia omowo asenwase ani nyina asante mantem no emu yeguso Ghana mrashibedwafie na enwachi ena onimonyamfo Alexander Kwame Afenyo Markinsa odadom kumana no ebisa onimonyamfo a ono nso ehwe apade ho nsem so meche Dr. Rashid Pepu se na doke na yeto abawieye ebeto dwa se ende oma aban no efo madwuma ansakra na yeto aba no aban yi apamo mu nyina se omunkofie enti se sia no de yedom kuma epese hu ne se nipa dodo sen ena sa adwuma die anasa exercise na mo yeye no mabru dodo sen ena be se nei omo nso etimi ekofie na enu na Minister for Works and Labour Dr. Rashid Pepu ereto dwa se omuguso ye nhwehwemu na pe omohu nipa dodo a sa adwuma die no eka omo na nam so nti a ene omuni adwuma ye micro Ghana emo ne santi auditum na shibedwananim se omonum so ntwe ope na omom mreka kra bi sanse enche nipa dodo a sa adwuma die no eka omo no de sa adwuma die nim nyina ena afi nipa dodo no baba betu dwa na mra shibedwam enso ohu nipa dodo a ansa na ebeto aba na bandada no efo madwuma na eba se omomfo madwuma die ento no omom behu nipa dodo a bese nei omon so ekotena fi a omon ni adwuma eye Dr. Rashid Pepu echechemu sei.
It is difficult. I understand them.
We
I
love
understand
it.
their
Fly
challenges. I
FMGH.
understand
Fly
the difficulties
FMGH.
that workers, not just nurses in general, endure. They are conditions of service. We all want to see better conditions of service. In fact, even we parliamentarians, we have always, we keep advocating for better conditions of service. And so if nurses, teachers, or any group of workers are asking for improved conditions of service, I think it is within their right. But we want to plead with them. Their job constitutes what we call essential services. And with what they are doing, with the strike action currently, lives have been affected. And so on moral
You are
ground,
listening
we
to
are
DJ
pleading
Fly
with them.
on
I
Fly FM
would want to
GH.
plead with nurses and midwives across the country to resume work as we finalize issues of their conditions of service.
Any Dr. Rashid Pepu or your swafa or share apadi and some so my cronkron Ghana emo na enochino and a doctor to just say a dear bakwa ya your money say ya shini ya ebe haye say aban biaba na say about 2 about now funny pa aban for bape also sankrofoni nyina omunko fie na ose saa niema no enya de se ya de pento man no eso so ne santi one aban no ebe kasa se saa kwan no enka be ya yenhwe na yentwe ho emfuru se de beboa na aban foforo ba enkoba se ankrofo mo nso pọ mo adwuma nsakra no mo kono ye be pam mo se koba sa ya de bia ye o how pa ma o man no.
The door to negotiation is never shut. It's never closed.
You are
can always
listening to
find
Fly
a window
FM.
of opportunity. Yes, budget has been approved, but there will be mid-year budget. So if we get to the table and we agree that indeed A, B, C, and D are the demands that can be met, and there is a firm assurance that in the mid-year budget, there is a firm commitment that in the mid-year budget, some of these things will be introduced.
It's
I believe,
Fly FM.
I have every reason to believe that the nurses will understand. I do not want to assume that there is some malice, even though that is what some people are claiming behind the strike.
Yeah, we see any oswafwa oshe apadi enafe enyuma ensem so Dr. Rashid Pepu enade ensemi nyina eto edwa usu etie wi aprem tobre kase Fly TV and Fly FM so onfo nyina be kaya ebeye na otwi mienu ni enande Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association and to edwa se esanse omo condition of service and niema hodo bia be se nei abano emfa momo nti omdom na de nyina elsu egu anya de se ombekọ na makoye adwuma nso ebio enam so emom do ye chenchenche ehye so micro Ghana emo me no kasa ya omaya nsentofo enhyiamu na Ghana Medical Association and as a Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association to just say efiti ochina jumbusu ne de toso edunan ekono ombesre omunyuma efo ni nyina se obi ansan kọ na ono nso enkoye na dwuma na omo kire se in fact enkomodidie eguso ekoso ni sente ombesre members ne se omonko na omo nso enkoye adwuma na mmom no ombehye se enkomodidie na ebekoso no ebetimi abwa na omudwuma dia omodi se apomde dwumafo no ebetimi akọ nanim na president order Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association ano eye perpetual ofori ampofu ono ena semtofo nhyiam dinase okasa sei ena mame no echichimu.
This is a press release on the suspension of our GRDMA strike. The leadership of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association embarked on a roadmap of industrial actions on 2nd June 2025 with the wearing of red arm/headbands, followed by withdrawal of outpatient department and emergency services, which culminated into the total withdrawal of all nursing and midwifery services on 9th June 2025. Our demand from our employer was simply to have the collective agreement of Ghanaian nurses and midwives, which was signed in May 2024, duly implemented without any further delay. Having monitored the misinformation, disinformation, and the propaganda that have surrounded our strike action, the leadership of the association would like to set some record straight on the following. 1. We are nurses and midwives trained to provide essential health services to the Ghanaian population and matters affecting us which are brought formally to the attention of the employer must be treated with the urgency it deserves and in good faith. 2. As nurses and midwives, we do not take delight in seeing our patients suffer. However, we cannot take good care of others when the system does not take good care of us. 3. The GRNMA is a non-partisan professional association and trade union and the holder of the collective bargaining certificate covering all nurses and midwives in Ghana. In its 65 years of existence, the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association has never aligned with any political party in Ghana. Rather, it has worked with every government since 1960 in building a stronger and more resilient health system responsive to the health needs of Ghanaians, whilst at the same time we representing the interests of nurses and midwives in matters related to their welfare and general working conditions. Considering all that has transpired from 2nd June 2025 in relation to the pleas of the good people of Ghana, pleas from our patients, and the timely intervention of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health, the leadership of the association wishes to state as follows. The engagement held with the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health and other interested parties on Thursday, 12 June 2025, was very fruitful and has paved the way for an amicable resolution of the impasse with our employer concerning the implementation of our collective agreements. 2. In view of point 1 above, the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association's industrial action initiated on 2nd June 2025 is hereby suspended, pending the outcome of the follow-up meeting scheduled for 26 June 2025. 3. We call on our dear nurses and midwives to resume their normal shift duties from Saturday, 14th June 2025. And we wish to assure you that we will not rest on our oars until the collective agreement is fully implemented. 4. We are thankful to the chairman, the ranking member, and all other members of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health for their timely intervention to set a clear framework for the implementation of our collective agreements. We are equally grateful to the nursing and midwifery fraternity, especially our GRNMA members, for the deep sense of solidarity in adhering to the roadmap. To the press, we thank you sincerely for carrying our voices to Ghanaians and indeed the whole world, and encourage you all to be professional in all matters to protect citizens from misinformation, disinformation, and propaganda. We thank you all for your attention.
Any president of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association, Mame Perpetua Ofori Ampofo Flight TV Kasie Esu Enewia Busewe Jare so na yetwe ho ajaboafo nkrato ye ba ebeto akasie bono so edi amount.
We love it.
Admission. McJaden International School Asambia Kwenya Education for pre-crèche, kindergarten, nursery, primary and junior high school. McJaden International School said o school bus a efa dusiafo o classroom a efa dusiafo baako aduonu bambo ho nsem McJaden International School atotu ne ye e de bambo ho nsem agune naso ye wa kyerɛkyerɛfo a maben e wa de kyerɛ ne adusua emu McJaden International School akiri kwan e kwafo krom opposite Okanta School Junction open kyerɛkyerɛmu ene asembisa bi a 0592 500 593 0592 500 593 McJaden International School as a dream, believe and become. Natural mineral water, every discount. Abra or banana no edichuma from McJaden for 0538 461144 02.
School Jashi. Never would you ma and family die. Na yenso. Fly TV say a day in our talk. A school and a wati. Upese a man saying na ente one car. Upese ubo school no model row. And now hospital in a well-being. Upese a man saying na ente oka. And as we herbalist, we should to krobi. Upese we are singing na and who do my pa away. And then a Fly TV say, aha no, and now bid to me anya and near my papa. Edi afri aha no ene ebode ro edi mawa kire se ubehu improvement e wo wadwuma mu enu ti say ye boutique in our bie schools in our bie bibi biara a woton wo ye pastor upese wo preach na amansa nyina ete o kadea and the aha number 1 fa bedae ye be pomu de ro edi amaw na wo ba ha kra dia skaben ye be ti okume bi enye bebre biara o na so ebe pu djuma no dewro ama won say yes wan kasa won say improvement aba wa djuma no eho enye ti hwehwe
Oguso etie wi aprem tobre kasebo e Fly TV ene Fly FM eso wi abusia yemfa kasebo no enko Kwawu West manse no emome no kase ukokwu a ade baako a ode beka ye Fulani herdsmen ni ende hode atia to si popo nam so ama aban krachi panyi a Kwawu West manse no emu ene assembly ni nyina akambom ene Fulani foi adi nhyiamu ni nyina kwan be fa so a asudi mapa refa ntuma pafra ewo empotemu eho na jumadi na se na onimonyamfo Taminu Halidu a oye aban krachi panyi ewo ede to Fulani foi anim so be strada se omaba obi asase so monhwe na mra hodo a empanyimfo ahyehye ekuro no mu no Fulani foi endi so se da be ya asumdie mapa refa ntuma pafra enso ewo empotemu eho na osobeka na nsebi ewati se ndi Fulani fo ni kuafo de ko ni na wi akuyiwi ekopasa emwa amasumdie enso emma empotemu ni sento besrata se abromu nyina epese asumdie eba Kwawu West no na obia na fam de kurofo eyomde no na Fulani herdsmen si enso yemo fam de se be ya asumdie mapa efa ntoma pa afra onimonyamfo Tamimu Halidu ena ye aban krati panyi enso ewo Kwawu West manse no emu abra onabo kasa ewo djumadi na se no o kyerɛkyerɛ mu sei.
Download Fly FM GH application and enjoy good music. We love it. Fly FM GH. Fly FM GH.
You are listening to DJ Fly on Fly FM GH. Fly FM GH.
Any aban kachi emo onimonyamfo Tamimu Halidu enede ensemi eto eja uguso etie wi aprem tobre kase eso me no kase basic education certificate examination BEC enso hwe no eguso ekoso na rehosama Fly TV kase yensa kanese okokwawu praso a abeto edwa se ende abaye friend Jennifer ose nyama wanyamfie no baako edunan a wotro BEC enso hwe no ebi na branda dey abofra no etro no nso hwe pepese di kan no wie no abofra no akwa nanom wonse do ye abofra no de nam so no in fact ano din ni santi ni papa owura Gordon ose ojibre echeche kwan a
san eto hefa na ya to no akwala no ambune e kan ese ya niti ne kan ese ya niti ne mo ofi
You're on one station. Fly FM GH.
Ebesin so to omodi aduro pania na fa aduro bo omu wie no mudi nsuo sin so man nsuo ni na so e collect ti akoye ne nsuo zo egu kakra wa ha no ye se obeyi pania no eni nsuo butu a obeyi na me yakofi na aduro no ai so o de aka ho na malaria aduro ne pala o ye se du ya ya fa de man ti e ba betu ya ne du anajo no it is a fear no e koso di be hwese na ya koso no a me ya se na me freda
FM GH education and enjoyment good music.
o ye o ma hospital di chama ye ni koko du ya no je se na o pre no o ji ni ba bi enye bi ne nurse for be bi twa o ma ya se nko mo de pan e be fa du ma abo o mo ye nti no mo ye nti di o mo di o mo wo ha ji na wa titi na me afa do mo fa bi en ban ni ya le bia so mo ye studies ni na ni bia no ko ba oni na school fo ni na mo pan ba ha so on ti ya le bia ni no ono dia no de fisia wo ko school ni na ono bo on ja da nyale ye mi en fa na ko hospital tem bia ni ti ya ya o ni pala ni mato ti le ni dia edi
Any abaya wafrimui ne papa owura ose Gordon ne Fly TV kase edi enkomo yenkowie ewia pram tobre kase bono ewo Doma West District ani nyina ewo Bro Mantem no emu na abankra chipanye wo ho onimonyamfo Steven Azoba Awuni na wakasa ede ato edwa se emofra amuguso echo BC ensohwe uni biara obo homoden na ensohwe ne beba na wapase kama pa no one mrahye dwani a owo mpotemu nyina ebeka bom na afi niema hodo ese omoyema na otimi ko entwaso suku no oni ni nyina enso agua mu na ode to edwa se ombehwe na kwan sikasem efa SS hunu nyina ombehwe na omotu ni nyina ma sede be ya onso betimi anya kwan akosua de na dachi abeboa amampotemu afana ntuma pa afra onimonyamfo Azoba ejibre eteche nsenu musei eche ensem trofo abra na omodi enkomo
ya dia yempoe dada ya ense na ho mai ewo BC so fenum akra bo no homodin bia na so oko secondary school da ya dia na MP eboa wo no aka ne afe no oyoye afi so obesa aye bio na meso office ne so meso na sene ama ono so atumi atsa na mo no esansa na malika kana ya ade adada ndan na ye yo akra bi obo no homodene bia
You are listening to Fly FM.
na ye ono nkompo say ye chama akra ono so like say ba ono so aye akra obo no homodene tumi fa na ho kai na ohwe no school enti e ade adoma we say de akra obeyiro ho atwa no yie pa no ye so wasene eboa ema otumi toa omasi ande so enti 7 periods anya de for ye be ye ade ade bia
na eno achi no na ode to edwase me one mrahye dwane a owo empotemo onimunyamfo Vincent upon Asamoah aka boma sise mofra no etro nsohwe no ombewie pe na chese amolanche nso aye ready me kire aduane a awia omonso betimi adi se be bono monti anya hoden atimi atro ensohwe no se ni nyina enhyehyɛ ya amafa so a ompesam de hye mofra no enkran na ensohwe no omutimi etwe na no nso okire mu sei.
When it comes to playing,
you know, idea and grammar, I think you're much true. Now, Pempi, the Anna, say, a mathematical set and a dema and grano. Now, overcome na grano, but none of my medical to master Nibiamanda. Then those are Cotomas at Nekan, then brothers and I said, Pascopiamas. Last year, so I record now, you were MP, Vincent of Asamoah, or no, put your master at the man, Sumna, Abia, Ombetuns, you, Ewo, Santa Honum. Afino, Samukakra, you were Vincent upon Samoa, a yenye lunch, yenye piano, emfa, emwa, and crano. It sounds a viano, a bossana, unflu hopra, crumana, uncle Trabian, yes, and unti, it means song, Panasane, ewo, a bianefamoa, a bebuama, almost almost Mukakra. Didn't you carry Tibo?
Your loved ones station.
700 sure BC or the Mawest, any invigilators, any supervisors are on our say no ya kampo mono na omona nipa be 850 entiera ene me office na awia bia no ebema wono mo eye lunch opem se enkra no ebedo ensofe na awie be mo amofrim ko kuma no mo ba ye no so no bino mo da centers wono mo da for no sin na no weekends ni na no ebe provide wono mo with lunch tani ebe ya omo be ha mo kakra bra omo etro ensofe
we busia ene eye abanka dipanya o doma West District Onimunyamfo Stephen Azoba awuni enene nsɛmsɔfo edi enkomo empanyimfo se kwan wasedan a ewie ɛwɔ aboboa ntiabusua aha ɛna ewie ebema kwan na kasebo a yensa kan na asamufo samu no yede ne nyina ebesi nemo ensɛm ahodo a OTB NC Ghana Mampanye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ede ato edwase enche kura obesan editumi ama Parents Teachers Association PTA said beya ade kire be fa no ntuma pafra oman kronkron Ghana emu wonsem foforo mu no na Interior Minister ede ato etwase at Supreme Court ebekate se sendia brikuma not about one sensem no owie no omonso be hye na omatimi declare di nkunim enso ewo ho ene dey na Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association oye kire amo hye ase no omde ni nyina aba no awieye ote se BC ensosho motwire okọ kwawo praso a abofra ba ko nya mfie no ba ko edunan ono nso ato ananom ewo ensedo aye arahosem wei ene ensema hodo bi na wiei ye boaboa no sekasebo ewo Fly TV eso ebesommo na emu aseda eye Macheden International School Macheden Natural Mineral Water the General and afi Fly TV amada roma and awie kasebo no yede ebesommo ba de weka isi nkonya ekenkan se ni nyina eye me nana Kwame Addo waiting from General raised to the power 24 ewia me producer eye DJ Fly ono na otran fidenachi echinchim na funuma enso mame kasebo na si wa ojebre na ohwe me na otie me e wa munyina moni hwani tie a ogiye ahinewa kasebo na si yakro